Hello everybody, welcome to the Radio Zone, the third channel. Welcome to the third channel, welcome to the Radio Zone, the new series where we talk about all things radio. This could be Radio X, where we talk about Matthew Crosby and Ed Gamble's radio show. We could talk about the Chris Evans Breakfast Show, Zoe Ball Breakfast Show, Ken Bruce's show, let me try to think, the Ryan Tuberty show. All of those we could talk about. We could also talk about sitcoms, panel shows, dramas, soaps, The Archers, what's it called? Unbelievable Truth, Just a Minute, What's the Story, Ashley Stories, Breaking the News, Goodness Gracious Me, the radio version, the Navy Larks, the Camera Pressure, The Learners, who knows? And we could also, that's it, I don't know, I was panicking there because I was trying to think of the most popular ones that we talked about. Anyway, so, I want to talk about today in the first episode, what are my thoughts on radio. I have asked about, see what other people's thoughts on radio are. We have got a lot, sorry I haven't a clue, sorry read that again. Around the Horn, The Goon Show, The Unbelievable Truth, let's go with one more, and That Mitchell Webber Sound that turned on to TV to go That Mitchell Webber Look, Ricky Gervais's podcast with Carl Pilkington and Stephen Merchant, The News Quiz, The Now Show, The Blame Game, No Such Thing as a Fish is a podcast, but we won't say that now. I'll say no, that doesn't count actually. I'm going to make that clear. No, that does not count as it's a podcast. See? So we're telling the viewers right now that doesn't count. And we're telling you at home it doesn't count. Word. There we go. I was trying to be amazing. Obviously I'm 18 and not that many people listen to radio like I do. Anyone that I know that's my age. Anyway, so there we have it. So what's my thought on the radio itself? Well, I like it. I like Radio 4. I like Radio Wales because they do The Learners. I used to like Virgin Radio. I quite like Radio X. I quite like Radio 2. BBC Radio 2. I do prefer Radio 4 and Radio 4 Extra more than any of the others, as Radio 4 and 4 Extra do all my sitcoms, panel shows, and The Archers. Obviously, you can't talk about radio without saying the Navy Larks, The Archers, Round the Horn, The Goon Show, Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, Dead Ringers, there's so much more. You can't go anywhere without mentioning those, because they are the pioneering. The Goon Show is pioneering a radio comedy, and The Archers has been around since 1951. I love radio. I love radio where there's playing music and it's radio presenter saying, now on Radio 4, now on Radio 2 we have Nickelback. No, now on Radio 2 we have the Beatles with Love Me Do. Please get your questions for our guest, Harry Hill. Who would you rather get in a fight, a cow or a chimpanzee? Let us know at 88 for 9.888 or whatever. So, your usual radio, and then I quite like and now on Radio 4 we have The Archers. Do 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 do. It's like amazing. And then, right, because it's the BBC and they're out of this world incredible, because it's the BBC that do most of the greatest radio ever, apart from Radio X and Matthew Crosby and Ed Gamble doing a fantastic radio show. We have obviously Audible. Audible has all the sitcoms you can want from the BBC, all the panel shows from the BBC, and a collection of archived like some vintage collection of The Archers, which is like a collection of Archers episodes all muddled together with a voiceover just explaining the story so that for new listeners who when they get into The Archers have somewhere to step on from. They also have Doctor Who on there before Big Finish were around in 1991. But I love the radio more than the next man, right? I use Audible all the time to listen to radio sitcoms that you can't get on BBC Sound. I use BBC Sounds all the time. I love audio as much as I love TV. I watch so much TV and listen to so much audio, it's incredible. So Audible, Big Finish, so audio dramas in Big Finish world, radio that broadcast on the radio. I don't listen to the radio online because a lot of the comedies on like 11 PM and I'm only watching them on the telly. I check TV over the radio, like if it's like two things I really wanted to watch. When I watch this program, when I wanted to listen to this thing, I would listen to that in the morning. I watch that now because it's more important. And I absolutely love the radio. So I've gone on a little bit. I'm going to just wrap this video. It was going to be a short video because it was going to be a pilot episode of sorts to the series, the Radio Zone, where I'll talk about different radio shows each week. Each episode will be talking about different form of radio. It could be a comedy, it could be a panel show, it could be a sitcom, it could be who's my favourite radio presenter, it could be about what was my favourite part of the Chris Moyles show, or the Chris Evans breakfast show, or Zoe Ball's show, what my thoughts on radio history in that sense, and all this, that, the other. So who knows what will lie in store for this series, but I'll leave you there. I love radio as much as the next person. I'll tell you all about my favourite radio next time. I'll see you all next time. Thank you guys for watching. Tom on Tomat. Bye! Right, let's do a dramatic leave like we normally do. I'm off.